Understanding the powers of Manipura, the navel chakra. In Tantra, Manipura means city of precious stones or city of the sun. It is situated around the navel, and has a connection with the solar plexus and the pancreas. As its name implies, the solar plexus has a relationship to the sun. Manipura is the reservoir where prana, life energy, is collected and accumulated, and then transported to those areas of the body that need vital energy. Manipura is the medium for distribution and transformation of energies to bodily functions. Manipura is also the transformer of thoughts into actions, of thought processes and of expressions of feelings. Manipura is an important center that is active in relationships. It not only absorbs prana energy from the environment but also from people. This is how we pick up good or bad vibes from other people. Sometimes other people, unconsciously, draw energy out of you through Manipura. After having spent some time with such a person, you will feel tired. I call these people vacuum cleaners because they have a tendency to suck other people's energies. An easy way to prevent this from happening is to cross your arms in front of the solar plexus. The navel chakra corresponds to the element fire. In this regard, Manipura regulates digestion, transformation, sublimation. In Manipura is the fire of transformation, the transformation of inorganic matter into organic matter and from organic matter into psychic energies. Manipura can be seen as an alchemical oven. There is a relationship between Manipura and Muladhara, root chakra. In Muladhara, one absorbs and collects impressions in order to have experiences. In Manipura, these experiences are destroyed but also enjoyed. The destruction, which actually is transformation, is necessary before one can enjoy them. Enjoyment means assimilation into one's being. In Vishuddha, the throat chakra, that what had been transformed and enjoyed will be let go of, or set free. Vishuddha throws out what has been transformed because it does not have any value anymore. The eyes and feet are related to the navel chakra. Both are responsible for maintaining a good balance. The eyes are directly related to Manipura. When digestion is bad, vision will be impaired. Chronic digestion problems will often result in loss of vision. There is another relationship between Manipura and the eyes. Hypnosis is a process by which one gains power over the animal nature of a person. It is often induced by the eyes. By looking someone straight into the eyes, one can actually seduce, influence and even manipulate the other person. By penetrating the eyes of a person, we can gain control over his solar plexus. And for example, nail that person to the spot, make him immobile. Endocrine gland, the pancreas. The pancreas produces two major hormones that control the handling of glucose and fatty acid fuels in the body. After a meal, when blood glucose rises, it directly causes insulin release. In the endocrine system, there is a relation between the adrenal medulla, belonging to Muladhara or root chakra, and the pancreas, Manipura or navel chakra. The adrenal medulla produces adrenaline, and the pancreas produces insulin. The two hormones have an opposite effect. When the pancreas has been paralyzed by eating too much, the adrenal medulla is activated. Also, insulin binds sugar. It makes sure that as little energy as possible is used. Adrenaline consumes sugar. When insulin production is decreasing, the liver releases sugar, glucose. Then blood glucose becomes too high because the kidneys cannot absorb all that glucose, so it disappears with the urine. Color, yellow. We have seen that Manipura is the transformer of thoughts into actions, of thought processes and of expressions of feelings. This corresponds to the interpretation of yellow as an intellectual color, as the expression of the intellect. Yellow stimulates the logical mind and reason. Psychic features. Manipura gives us insight into the abilities and talents of other beings, and into the role of living beings in nature. In Manipura we learn to control and master our sense impressions, to eliminate illusions and fantasies, and to block out any impressions and energies we do not want. Mindless gazing and listening must be avoided, because by this we let in unwanted information. We must learn to see and hear what we really want, and focus on it. The same applies to thinking. The only way we can reach this level of consciousness is by self-discipline. In the root center we are an individual struggling for survival. In the sex center we were approaching another person, creating a basic bond, based on animal attraction. Once the interest in other people has been awakened, relationships start to form, for which the navel center is responsible. The relationships we have with other people are very real on the energetic level. Clairvoyants can see strings of energy going out of the navel chakra towards the people with whom we have created relationships. With relationships, the issue of power comes up. Contact with other people results in exchanging energy. It is an automatic process. More powerful people will dominate the less powerful. Coming up for oneself and establishing a position in society all happen through the navel chakra. It is important to be aware of what you let in or let out through this chakra. The connections we make through the navel chakra are not limited to other people, they also extend to everything around us. Manipura gives you the feeling of belonging to a village, a country, a planet, the universe. Homesickness is the result of a pull felt through the navel chakra by an energy cord that is still linking you with the place or person you left. The element of Manipura is fire. On the psychological level we deal here with fiery emotions. As this center is also connected with power, these emotions when directed to another person can have a powerful effect on them. On the energetic level powerful blasts of energy are directed to that person. The person who is thus expressing his fiery emotions, will lose a lot of energy. After an emotional outburst or a heavy emotional fight, one will feel depleted. Uncontrolled emotions never pay off, never lead to a solution. This does not mean that these emotions cannot be expressed. It would be wrong to suppress any emotion. One has to learn to use and express his emotions in the right way, with the right intent, in an effective way, to attain the desired goal. This demands an honest review of one's own interests, and respect for the other person. Emotions must be controlled. Do not let emotions control you. The desire to possess is a sign of an unbalanced navel chakra. The desire to possess something or someone does not leave room to enjoy the objects of desire. Enjoyment means absorption, transformation and release, the nature of fire. In the desire to possess, transformation and release is prevented. Nothing is enjoyed, and even more is wanted, and this results in overindulgence. The quality of fire is provocative and seductive, and before we know, the desire to possess has overwhelmed us. We have to realize that we came into this world with nothing, and we will leave it empty-handed. As a human being we really cannot possess anything, possession is an illusion. The world, nature, and our environment are here to be enjoyed, not to be possessed and held on to. We have to appreciate what the world is offering and use it with clear awareness, in an appropriate way and with respect. The desire to possess stems from the feeling of isolation. When we feel isolated we tend to go out and try to get hold of something to fill that empty space inside of us. We have to realize that life has to be enjoyed, and this will by itself attract other people to you who will want to participate in your joy. The energy of the navel chakra is like fire, it burns wherever it can feed upon something. Fascination is the fire that keeps us going to pursue the things we want, but it can also lead to obsession. It starts with excitement. Then fixation tries to close in on the object of desire. Satisfaction of desires is a temporal thing. Once a desire has been satisfied one craves for more. This leads to obsession. This fire consumes our energy, and in the process we eventually burn out. People with an overactive navel chakra have a lot of energy, but are likely to take risks and chances, and are often too impulsive. They tend to fly up like sparks into the sky, and lose contact with the earth and with reality. They are impatient, and often turn into fanatics. Those people need to learn to be patient. Uncontrolled fire destroys, but with controlled fire we are able to craft the most beautiful things. One of the biggest stumbling blocks people can have is that they think they possess their partner. It shows in our language, we speak of my wife, or my husband. We cannot possess another human being, we can only share our lives with someone else. Operator, if you like our article, give conscious reminder a thumbs up, and help us spread love light. Operator.